Shank Rock is the wave of the future. The diagrams that I have up, where did this go wrong at?
Remember, we didn't know this happened to her.
Okay. But that's in the trial. There's nobody on a jury that's going to watch these tapes. He done did 7 to 8 different interviews and a book where he done bragged, talked about this stuff in details.
Around 3 o'clock that morning, I got random text messages and it was just pictures of her and the other little girl. I thought it was strange.
Now, some of y'all might say, who is Shank Rock? Shank Rock is black media. Well, what is black media? Black media is all about allowing black people to be themselves first. It's not about race. It's not about religion. It's not about politics. It's about doing what's right. It's about holding those that needs to be held accountable to be held accountable. I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. You can't expect for a man to smash and you giving masculinity energy. The Cardi and Stefon drama. Salute to the chat. Salute to the replay gang. Salute to my moderators. Let's chop it up, y'all. Let's chop it up. Before I lay it down and bless y'all with my perspective, talk to me, y'all. Let me see who I got in my chat. I see you, Stephanie. Positive Vibes. Miss Lady T. T-Mill. Talk to me, y'all. What's going on with Cardi B and Stefon? And remember, y'all, this is not one of Shank Rock's demonstrations where you want the kids to be listening in. This demonstration is for grown folks and grown folks only. So make sure y'all send the kids, make sure y'all send the teenagers out of the room. Well, you know what? You can let the 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, and 17-year-olds, you can let them hang around because they need to get some of this blessing that I'm going to drop. So, but the little ones, send them out the room. I see you, 80s baby. Big baby. See, when I look at it, I look at their relationship, I look at their situation as exactly what it is. You know, when I look at Stefon, I don't see a righteous man. When I look at Cardi B, I don't see a virtuous woman. Stephanie says, I'm not judging because none of us are perfect, just human, but isn't she still legally tied to her offset? That's what I always thought. I believe, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that she's still married. See, when you live in a righteous life, right? Notice, I didn't say a perfect life. When you live in the life of a righteous man, when you live in the life of a virtuous woman, you're not going to entertain what they are entertaining. All right? I see you something sweet, Sagittarius. And yes, they still married. So by she still being married. See, this is when, as God's people, this is when we are supposed to judge. In this type of situation, we're supposed to judge. Why? Because they are willingly breaking God's law. Both of them, Stefon as well as Cardi B. They are willingly breaking God's law. So that's where God's people come into play and pass judgment. Hey, look, what y'all got going on is wrong. That's contrary to what God say for us to do. All right. And I just want y'all to stay right there. I see you, Miss Parker. Now, the reason why I titled this demonstration, you can't expect for a man to smash and you give masculinity energy. I'm gonna tell y'all what I mean by that. She knew what he brought to the table, though. Correct. They both wrong. They both wrong. She's no guiltier than he is. Both of them wrong. Remember, Offset broke marriage law too. This ain't about Offset, Miss Lady T, but I got you. Offset is clear. Offset ain't around at the scene of this crime right here, but I got you. I got you. You can't accept some things, but not everything. Now, you know Cardi B. Cardi B used to be one of my baby mothers. You know, no disrespect to you, Miss Parker, but, you know, I used to have a thing for Cardi B. You know, she used to be one of my kids' mom, but then once, you know, the child that we got together, once they got of age, I could no longer claim Cardi B as my baby mother. But Cardi B is doing her thing, right? She's doing her thing. All right. Salute, Mel. All right, y'all. So now she goes to the Super Bowl. Now, before the Super Bowl, you know, they were all, you know, booed up and, you know, everything was looking good for her, right? I believe she spent $1.2 million. Me and Miss Parker was chopping it up about that a few minutes ago, as far as $1.2 million. Of course, she's going to write it as a tax write-off. So it's not like she's going to lose anything. But see, Cardi B, and this is what women fail to realize, all right? This is what those type of females that's sexy, you know, got a nice body, you know, they popping, they popular. This is what they fail to realize when it comes to men. A man is going to handle you the way that he obtained you, the same way that he got you. He watching you. You know what I mean? He already know. So Steph already know. Cardi B ain't mine. Cardi B is community Kit Kat. You know, I ain't had to work to get Cardi B. I wasn't single. I wasn't at my lowest. Cardi B didn't invest in me. Cardi B didn't put no effort into getting me. Cardi B seen an opportunity to make Offset jealous. That's all it was. And you can, but it always backfires. It always backfire when you get with a man to try to make your ex jealous. It's going to backfire. It's going to backfire when you get on a squad, when you get on a team, you know what I mean? And you think that you're going to knock the other hoes to get that number one spot. That's not how this thing work. I'm telling y'all, ladies. So y'all going to have to get wise to the game, and y'all going to have to switch up the blueprint, and y'all going to have to go back to being those type of women that was wholesome, right? Let's just go back in the days for a minute, y'all. Let me land my plane. Let me land my plane. Let's go back into the days, right? Now, let's go to the 60s. We're going to start with the 60s. And if you wasn't around, and if you haven't watched those movies from the 60s and the 70s, then I'm going to catch you up to speed. But for those that have been around, like I was born in the 70s. So I was nurtured by folks from the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, and the 30s. My father was born in the 30s. My mom was born in the 40s. But I would always, see the movies, and I would see how females were back then, right? And even today. And I know that a lot of women might disagree with me, but it's okay. Y'all disagree with Shank Rock anyway. So it's all right if y'all disagree with me. But I'm going to tell y'all where women went wrong at. All right? Women went wrong when y'all wanted to be liberated. Women went wrong when y'all wanted to be independent. Grandma and great-grandma, that wasn't even in their vocabulary. And y'all wonder, to this day, y'all wonder why y'all don't have the type of relationships with y'all husbands and y'all boyfriends that grandma and great-grandma had. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. Big mama wasn't pouncing around the house, talking about, I don't need no man. Big mama wasn't prowsing around talking about how independent she is. Right? Big mama, unlike the women of today, Big mama didn't have to wear those retarded ass upside down shoelaces that y'all call eyebrows. Big mama ain't wear that dumb shit. Big mama ain't get no goddamn butt implants. Big mama didn't show her body. Big mama wore a house coat from sun up to sundown. Now, when Big mama stepped out, Big mama was going to be laced. But how is it that it wasn't nothing sexy about Big mama, but granddaddy brought his check home to Big mama? How is it that y'all funky ass hoes look like mannequins? Y'all know the mannequins that be in the stores and shit. Y'all funky ass hoes, y'all look worse than the mannequins. And y'all can't get a man to treat y'all to Waffle House. It's something wrong with this picture. I'm painting the picture, and I need y'all to follow this portrait of a masterpiece that I'm painting. There's something wrong there. See, Big mama was all woman, right? Big mama knew how to do what? Big mama knew how to cook. Big mama knew how to cook from scratch. Right? And I know what y'all gonna say. But Shane, granddad was out there cheating on Big mama. Yeah. So is Stefon Diggs. How many women do Stefon Diggs got? I'm taking y'all back in time to bring y'all to the present to see what I'm trying to say, as far as you can't expect a man to smash. Y'all know what smash means. Like, let me just use me for an example, right? You can't expect me to smash and you got that masculinity energy. I don't want that. I don't want that. No man want to have to be arguing with the woman. No man want to have to be on eggshells. And then you expect to get some dick from the man? My homeboy won't get hard. That's what I'm saying. You understand? So what this got to do with Stefon and Cardi B? Stefon played Cardi B. He played her to the left. Because all Cardi B is, let's be honest, all Cardi B is eye candy. That's it. Cardi B don't bring nothing to the table but being a trophy on somebody's arm. That's it. The kitty cat been ran through. Her body count is high. Her raps ain't popping no more. Nobody don't really listen to Cardi B no more. She getting old. Age is starting to kick in. You can't really take her nowhere because it's going to always be some kind of drama. She left a good man to be with Stefon Diggs. She left a good man. She left her husband. And any woman that leaves her husband to be with another man is a no good for nothing woman. And any woman that leaves her husband to be with a man, that man that she left her husband for, he ain't going to respect her. How can he respect her? You ain't giving me nothing to respect you with. You know what I mean? Men respect women that go to school to further their education. Men respect women that work a 9 to 5. Men respect women that ain't on Front Street. Men respect feminine. Like the coldest, I'm going to tell y'all ladies, if y'all want to get a man to do or be or act or whatever it is that your heart desires from a man, bring femininity to the table. Cook for him. Rub his back, rub his shoulders. You know what I mean? Ask him how was his day. You know, be there when he don't got nothing. You know, don't pluck his nerve. I can't stand a funky ass hoe that pluck my nerves. I can't. Damn. You know what I mean? You follow me? So let me get back to Cardi B. Now, when you see Stefon, and I know what some of y'all gonna say, but Shane, he should have been more focused on winning the Super Bowl. See what I'm saying? And if truth be told, word on the street is that the real reason that they had they falling out was because he had his other baby mother there. He also lost the Super Bowl. Then they started unfollowing each other. She got with someone way worse. Bingo. How old is he? Rub Shanks' bald head. Offset didn't deserve to get shit rubbed. That's true. But see, you got to remember, and I'm going to tell you why Offset deserved to get that femininity energy. Because Cardi B left her husband to be with him. So let me talk to the ladies before I go any further. All right, let's talk, ladies. And let's keep it transparent. All right. Now, you got a whole husband over here, right? I want y'all peep game. Make sure y'all send the kids out of the room. Now, you got a whole husband over here, correct? Now, I'm over here and I'm doing my thing. I'm getting money. I'm eating good. right? I'm on the New England Patriots. My team that I play for is the defending AFC champions, right? Now, you want me to entertain you. Look what you bring. Look at the baggage that Cardi B brought to the table. She's a married woman that's confused, that don't know where she's going at. But she wants to get with me and she wants me to entertain. See, I'm going to tell y'all something. Just listen to me, y'all. Y'all females gotta stop thinking that y'all are the prize. Look, I know y'all get ready to come for me. Y'all come for me anyway. So it ain't gonna make a difference if y'all come for me or not. I know that. See, there you go with that bullshit, Shank Rock. That's why I'm unsubscribing from you. Bye. You know how many subscribers that told me that they was going to unsubscribe from me? Bye. But real talk, y'all, real talk. The woman is not the prize. The man is the prize. How many of y'all believe in the Bible? And be honest with me. Drop a 1 if you believe in the Bible. Drop a 2 if you don't believe in the Bible. Let's go. We're going to nip it in the bud real quick. How many of y'all believe in the Bible? Come on. Come on, positive vibes. See? Now, Kiki don't believe in the Bible. That's fine, Kiki. I got a solution to that. But watch this. Sorry, y'all. And that's cool that you don't believe in the Bible. We don't judge over here. Stephanie dropped the 1. Mel dropped the 1. In the Bible, who's the head of the family? And I know what y'all gonna say. Because no matter what I say, y'all got an answer for that. But Shank, Stefon and Cardi B wasn't married. And you're right. But Cardi B and Offset is married, right? Now, y'all answer this question. By Cardi B cheating on her husband with Stefon, didn't she break one of God's law? Didn't she commit adultery as well as fornication? I'll wait. Y'all done got quiet on me. Come on. So if she committed adultery and fornication and she broke God's law, does Offset know he is married? See, this ain't about Offset, Toonie. Offset ain't around this scene of the crime right here. Offset don't got nothing to do with Stefon and Cardi B's situation. Now, he got a situation going on, but he ain't in this situation. This is Offset. Oh, no, not Offset. This is Stefon and Cardi B. A man is unlikely to hold a woman that will leave her husband for him because he is unlikely to trust her. That's just how men are. That's all I've been saying. I ain't put it in those words, but you ain't gonna get no man that's gonna trust you. You're not. You're not. Because the first thing Stefon was questioning Cardi B about, what's up with Offset? What's up with your husband? Ain't you married? Yo seem like he cool. See, when y'all women, when y'all come to us men and y'all cheating on y'all husbands with us, first thing we know, especially if we know the dude, you be like, yo, my man cool. Man, why you doing old boy like that? See, I've been on the side, I've been on both sides of the track. Hold her in high regard is what I meant. I got you. You know, I got you. So now, let me put her up here, y'all. There you go, Cardi B. she gave Stefon no reasons to respect her. None at all. You know, none at all. And that's masculinity energy that she giving off. Sassy. Like I said, she jumping from this dude to that dude. Let me say this, y'all. Times has changed. Times has changed, y'all. Times is different from when I was out there in my younger days. Because in my younger days, it was all about catering to the women. If a woman had 3 kids, 4 kids with 3 different baby daddies, we wasn't taught to question that. We was taught, regardless of what, we was taught as a man, you supposed to take care of that woman and those children. Times change. Men ain't wired like that no more. And I'm glad. I'm glad. Because stepdaddies don't get holidays. And do y'all realize that there were more stepfathers, there were more men involved in kids' lives that wasn't their biological children. But the stepdaddies never got a holiday. To this day, stepdaddies don't have no holiday. So men are wired different these days. Men, when you come and you bring kids to the table, and especially if you got multiple baby fathers, even if you don't got multiple baby fathers, but men today, they ain't going for that shit. They looking at y'all straight up like, oh, hell no. I ain't taking care of you and them kids. And that's where we're at today. It has been a shift. It has been a shift. Just like women. See, it's okay for women to be independent. It's okay for women not to need a man. It's okay for women to not take no shit. But it's not okay for the men not to take no shit. I got caught up in that. All my day ones, all the men from my generation, we got caught up in that kind of mentality. We ain't want to be there with all them goddamn kids and shit like that. But we know that our moms and we know that society, we know that our aunties and our sisters and them will be like, nah, yo, you got to help her with them kids. But why? Why? Well, cause whoopty woo 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 woo. Right? And then after all these years, you be like, and then you find out. See, I'm gonna tell y'all the coldest part of the game. The coldest part of the game is when you find out the individual that you was bending over backwards for, the individual that you was breaking your neck for, to make happy, you find out that deep down inside, you wasn't nothing but a sucker to them. You wasn't nothing but a simp. They didn't care about you. They only cared what you could do for them. That's the picture that I'm painting when I'm talking about Stefon and Cardi B. All Cardi B was fucking with Stefon for was to make Offset jealous. Nothing more, nothing else. She knew that Stefon had them baby mothers. She knew that Stefon was a player. She wasn't concerned with none of that. She didn't care about none of that. And that's why she ended up in the situation that she's in. Cardi never sat down and realized that Stefon was Offset. And that's so true. And this is what I'm saying, Kiki. She wasn't worrying about, the men that the women that he had. Appreciate this cash donation, 80s baby. Appreciate this cash donation, 80s baby. And if you would like to send a cash donation, the cash app is $ERICMCINT. But she could care less. I think it was some kind of witchcraft. I see you, goddess. Strong possibility, y'all. Can we talk about witchcraft? Do y'all mind talking about witchcraft? And for y'all that know that all my life, I didn't believe in witchcraft. I didn't give it a second thought until recently. A medium by the name of Bree gave me the opportunity. Well, I gave her the opportunity to explain it to me. And I was able to get a better understanding. She got a baby from that man is weird to me. And I was able to better understand. Now, when I moved from Baltimore to South Carolina, right? I mean, neither man is good. I feel like with Offset, it was worse because they were married. So when I came to South Carolina, the folks told me, that I could mess with a woman from anywhere else, but they told me not to mess with a woman from Chester, South Carolina. And I said, why not? And they said, because the women in Chester, South Carolina do roots. And I'm like, oh yeah. So my thing is this. Can somebody explain to me why do it take a woman to put a root on a man to get that man when if she just focus on herself and being a virtuous woman and then focus on a righteous man. See, women go wrong so many times because they open up their legs to men that don't deserve them. You know what I'm talking about? God is Offset and Stefon with the letters rearranged. The N in Stefon stood for no. You know, it's like, and that's why the women back in the days, you had to work. You had to work to get them women. You just couldn't just, you had to work. And them women back in the days, man, them women were sexy. I haven't seen a natural born woman that's drop dead gorgeous. I haven't seen it in a long time. I haven't, y'all. I haven't. Out of all those baby mothers, she thought she was going to be on top. That's weird. I'm not fitting to compete with 5 baby mothers. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you got all this money. And that's why they say money can't buy you love. Money can't buy you happiness. Now, This picture of them, that's a nice picture, y'all. That's a nice picture. They look nice together. You know, a handsome young man, you know, a sexy young lady. They look nice together. But no matter how good they look together, it still didn't bring them happiness. It still didn't bring them happiness. Mm, mm. Why her eyes look black like that? Who knows, Kiki? Who knows? Mm. So now I heard that they supposedly have made up. So they went from not being together at the Super Bowl game, then unfollowing each other, then a breakup, to now they back to being cool. Are they running the play? Did the Patriots lose the Super Bowl? Yeah, the Patriots lost the Super Bowl. She's a Jezebel. Yeah, yeah. Let me find this clip, y'all. Then we're gonna get out of here. Let me find this clip. It's not about the man, Kimberly. It's not about Stefon. This man just loves women and is not ready to settle down, and that's just the bottom line. That's not the bottom line. The bottom line is that Cardi B left her husband to be with this man. That's the bottom line. See, it ain't about Stefon. Stefon ain't the one that's in the media looking stupid. Cardi B is the one that's all over social media looking stupid. Once again, it's not about Stefon. It's about Cardi B. She is definitely doing witchcraft on Stefon, or will be. But she knew what she was dealing with, though. That's what I'm saying. If you would just listen to what I'm saying, we saying the same thing. You know, just because I'm a man and you a woman, you don't have to disagree with me, because we're saying the same thing. I'm just saying it. I'm just using different words. I see you, Smurf. Shout out to my people in ATL. Stefon ain't married. Some people get just what the F they deserve, and she is one of them. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. We on the same page, Kimberly. I don't think they ever broke up. She have a new album that's about to release. They are giving people a reason to talk. And y'all know this, Sweet Nika and everybody else. Every time Cardi B is about to drop an album, it's always some kind of drama. Every time, Nika. I see you, Chandra. She wasn't smart at all. Let me grab this clip, y'all. Then we're going to get out of here. And I hate her stripper music. I don't feel sorry for her at all, even when she was with her husband. Am I the drama? Isn't that her album title? That's facts, Latasha. That's a risky game to play when you already had 3 kids. That's facts, Taylor. That's facts, Taylor XO. He is still going to keep dealing with the baby mothers too. For one, it will be cheaper on his pockets. Facts.
Before the game, one inspired message.
Good luck. Cardi B's viral interview with ESPN now taking on a new meaning. Good luck. As she and boyfriend Stefon Diggs unfollow each other on Instagram.
Oh, snap.
Wide-breaking breakup rumors Super Bowl weekend with the social media move after he teased a post-game proposal leading up to Sunday.
Is Cardi getting her ring?
It's on the agenda, maybe, right? Right? I gotta get mine first, though.
ET's reached out to a rep to find out what's really going on, but did not hear back, while a source did confirm the split to ET. It's possible they get back together, and this could just be for right now. She's focused on her upcoming tour and family while figuring out their next steps.
Sometimes it gets a little bit overwhelming, like fame could be a little crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Just hours ahead of the big game, some fans think this was a hint. Good luck. Cardi's message to her man on the biggest game day of the year, short and not particularly sweet. Good luck. The couple's romance started in 2024 following Cardi's split from husband Offset. They went IG official in June 2025 and welcomed a baby in November.
I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel like I'm in a good space. I feel very strong. I feel very powerful that I'm doing all this work, but I'm doing all this work while I'm creating a baby. Me and my man, we're very supportive of each other. We're like in the same space in our careers and one of the best at what we do.
Well, what happened? You know what I mean? So what happened? I think it's a publicity stunt, y'all. Drop a 3 if you think it's a publicity stunt. She should have gave herself time to heal before she jumped in a relationship with somebody else and got pregnant instead of focusing on herself and her kids. She may end up pregnant by him again by the end of this year. Kiki, I believe it. Remember, she made Offset get her pregnant after he cheated on her. She wanted another kid. I think it's a publicity stunt, y'all. That's her tour name. Kiki, yep. When clearly a baby won't keep a man, it couldn't even keep her husband. Facts. Embarrassing. That's facts.
And me and him think the same way. Like, it's like, yeah, we're one of the greatest, but what's next? What are we doing again? We do it again. We have to do it again all the time. It's not like we're never like comfortable. We just want to keep doing it.
What does it mean to be a mother?
It means everything. It's like a feeling that it's undescribable. It's like love, joy. It's a switch.
Cardi's already mom to 3 kids she shares with Offset, while Stefon's got 6 babies with 6 different women.
Good luck.
And while Super Bowl weekend was full of joy for Cardi, who joined Bad Bunny on stage during his Super Bowl halftime show, it was a tough loss for Stefon as the Seahawks defeated the Pats 29-13.
Congratulations on a family, 3, she does not deserve my attention. Can we please post about and believers pray for the children? The number missing the America, lawless, no order the world. Waste of time, 3. Blossom, too cute. May all who reading obtain prosperity in all areas of your life. I'll never forget when her and Megan performed WAP at the Grammys a few years ago. Just a disgrace. Let me see, y'all. I think that's it, y'all. All right, y'all. So I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I'll see y'all at 7:30 over there on Dana J. Make sure y'all subscribe to Actor Dana J. And I'll see everybody at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time in 2 hours. Me, Miss Parker, and Dana J will be reacting to Glorilla's Sisters videos. All right? So make sure everybody head over there to Dana J. This YN and YB behavior is a shame. It is. It is. Appreciate that, Kimberly Great Live. I don't know who that is. You know who Dana J is, Kiki. You moderate for Dana J. But yeah, like, see, when you lived, and I don't, because I know the YNs and the YBs, they wasn't around during our time when we was outside. But when we was, it was the game, and this is why I speak on the game so much. The game was once the game, and you lived for the game. You died for the game. You just, but and to see the game and see where it's at today, you just like, damn. And you be wanting to grab them and give them the game. Like, when we came up, the game was to be sold, not told. But we would rather give y'all the game free, just so y'all could be on the right path for this shit. Y'all all outside. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all doing. I see you, Jackie Brown. I mean, you just had to be there. I come here to listen, to keep getting game up. I mean, it was like I said, the women, the women back in the days was just so naturally sexy and that feminine energy. I mean, women was really women. Women wasn't worried about fighting and all that bullshit. Y'all was too busy getting sexy. You know what I mean? So it made us men, no matter where we was at in life. If we was a square, it made a square man work 2 jobs, 3 jobs. It made a square man work overtime. It made the folks that's in the streets, it made them get that money. Man. Because we just had to have not that baddie, not that bitch, but we just had to have that lady right there. We just had to have that PYT, that pretty young thing right there. Damn, I got to get her. So I got to get my weight up. You know what I mean? And when you approach the woman, when you approach the females from back then, they wasn't on that rah-rah ratchet shit. What you want? Boy, bye. No, hell no. The women, they was even applaud that you trying to holler at them. So they'd just give you that look like, that feminine energy. Once she smile, once she make that eye contact, I'm on it. And I was aggressive. She give me the green light, I'm up on it. Got my arms wrapped around, I got her pinned down. She like, Shank, you crazy? And she loving it. And I'm like, I'm crazy. I'm crazy for you. Conversation was intelligent. She was talking about how she was going to school, cosmetology school. Man. More respect for themselves, 100. That's right. That's where I come from. You dropping gems. Now it takes no effort to get them, or you got to be a YN. These women these days are more masculine than the men these days. Back in our day, Shank, the way your woman was took care of, showed your power in the street. That's facts. That's facts. You know, and women knew their place. You might, every now and then, you might hear of a woman getting shot and getting killed, but women minded their business. Women wasn't in no street shit. Women stayed their asses in the house. Women wasn't outside. Women was taking care of the home. The men was outside. You know, I mean, just natural beauty, man. Damn. And that's why I say when I see it today, and I can't say nothing. And I be wanting to say so much. Do y'all realize, let me tell y'all something. I be wanting to just do content on the game. I be just wanting to do content on making men better men and making women better women. That's what I be wanting to do, y'all. But it's so much victim advocacy, advocates that I have to do. So many people come to me to cover their stories, and so I can't. But I be wanting to dedicate my time and my energy to making men and women better. Seriously. You know, because I just be like, Back in our day, Shank, the way your woman was, from that part, facts, no accountability. And if they was out in the streets, the women still were class acts. Yeah, Shank, let's go with that sometime. I be wanting to. You know what I mean? I really be wanting to. But it's just so many cases with these victims, you know. But I think that if we as a society, I think that we as a people, if we focus in on becoming better men and women, I think that half of the battle would be won. Salute Lexington. Salute to Dana J and his dream team. And remember, everybody, make sure y'all meet me, Miss Parker, and Dana J at 7:30 on Dana J's platform. We will be reacting to the Epstein files as well and Glorilla's sister videos. Shout out to Lexington and Dana J and the Dream Team. It can be every now and then. That's what's up. That's what's up. I might do it on my backup channel. I ain't sure yet, Fofo, but I just and like I said, man, because damn, I missed them days, y'all. I missed them days. You know. And we didn't feel entitled like Glorilla's sister. You know, nah. Me and my brother on social media, I'm getting at my brother like that on social media. I'm airing my brother out like that on social media. My brother airing me out like that on social media. Me and my brother relationship is so tight and me and my brother bump heads. He'll tell you, me and my brother would be mad at each other, but nobody would know. Nobody would know. Nobody would know me and my brother is at odds with each other. Because that's how we carried it. My brother ain't going to embarrass me. My brother ain't going to ride down on me. I'm not going to embarrass my brother. I'm not going to ride down on my brother. That's my brother. Hey, I see everybody, and I'm going to come back tonight. Meet me on my backup channel. And y'all know what? Y'all know what? Let's start tonight. Let's start tonight on my backup channel, all right? We're going to chop it up about the game. I'm 49 and 50 in June exactly. Make sure y'all subscribe to my backup channel. Shank, those women are long gone with these shows with women fighting each other sad. Make sure y'all subscribe to my backup channel. That's what I'm going to use my backup channel for. After Dark with Shank. And that's where I'm going to have my demonstrations at. You know, just basically talking about the game and just basically doing demonstrations and, you know, helping each other become better men and women. I got to get out of here, y'all. I will leave the chat running. Salute. And I'll see everybody over there with Dana J. Salute, everybody. We got to do better. Mothers, y'all have to do better. No longer, as a mother, can you hide behind, well, I'm a single mother. We're not accepting that anymore. No longer can you, as a mother, go without being held accountable. I'll say it again. A toxic mother is worse than an absent father. If you are a mother and if you are raising your child, there's no manual, there's no book on how to raise a child. However, there's certain things that as a mother, you should not allow your child to entertain. And as a mother, you should not allow a 4-year-old baby to be dancing and entertaining grown folks at no club. All right? As a mother, be careful who you turn your babies over to. Everybody don't got your baby's best interests. As a mother, you need to first know exactly who it is that you are opening your legs up to. Because if the father is a no good for nothing father, then what makes you? You lay down with the no good for nothing man and open up your legs to him. And I don't want to hear, but I ain't know, Shank, who fault is that? See, y'all women been bullying us men for so long. Y'all women been making us men take accountability for y'all funky asses. And it's time that y'all funky asses is held accountable. For all the funky ass mothers out there, get your shit together.